All right, good morning, everyone. Or good afternoon, good evening. All right, let's check babies. These just hatched out yesterday. Brand new babies. This is something really good to look for. When the egg hatches and it folds in on itself like this. That's, I guess, a very good sign that the pigeons are very healthy. Big dog, hey buddy. Here's a favorite youngster bred so far this year. He's one of Shadow's children. Here's some grandchildren of Shadow. So it looks like this box is done getting water in here. They're just making a mess now. So that's gotta stop. This has gotta get all cleaned up. Here's our babies that are a little smaller. We got about 4 babies that need to be banded. Oh, sweet. Again, I like the cock that she's paired to. Don't care for her much. But the eggs I'm excited for. As you see, the babies are finding perches, and look at this one's eye in the sun. Thank you everyone for stopping in. Let me grab this bird. Look at this bird's eye in the sun. All ready for a youngster. This is one of the birds that'll be sent off to a one loft race. Just like to come in and check them out every day. But these nestmates have, especially this one, awesome eyes. Nice strong back. A little longer, but I don't mind. It's got lots of other good qualities. Wonder if I could find its nestmate and show you guys. Handle's very nice as well. Another one with the, this is the nestmate of what I just showed you. Very nice eye. Youngsters are coming out nice. Here, let me grab the grandchildren and show you. See if his eye lights up like the others. So this is off of one of Shadow's older sons. So a grandchild. Nice strong back already. Stays where you want it. Don't gotta pull on him. Let's go check our team out outside. They have been flying for about 10 minutes. Coming up. Oh, huh. Maybe some aren't flying. There's a good handful down. Oh, they're all landed. That's on them. Not even 10 minutes today. Well, that's weird. What's up, guys? It's not like them to not be flying. Something must be wrong. That's a first. Come on now. We'll wait a little. Last time they did this, it was not this early, but they took a 5-minute break and then took back off. So we'll see. Thank you. Thank you, poor boy. So usually they'll fly for 45 minutes, I'd like, and then I take the top off there and they can go in if they choose. Today they flew just a couple minutes, it looks like, and then came in. Yes, sir, live video. They usually are flying. I don't know what's up today. Got most of the team up on the roof, which is not like them. We can just check more on the breeders for now. So, as you see, that's one of this bird, I did the math too wrong and it got a last year's ban, but they get comfortable and they'll come outside and stretch their wings and muscles and learn how to just kind of fly before learning to get out. Before you let them out, they'll just learn how to fly, is what I'm trying to say. See? Maybe we could throw some bands on the babies right now. Let me grab some bands. And like I said, I just keep certain ones in little. I buy 100 and then I have them separated by hens. And the certain hens I want at the One Loft races is separated by. I'm in Southern California, above Bakersfield. Thank you for stopping in. Where are you at, Flip 300s? So these babies out band are gonna be, they're off of my import from Ipa, one of its daughters. And then one of my cocks that flew 500 miles at the club in the day. Yep, sounds like the birds just took back off. We'll ban these birds and go check them out. Be fine. And I just have for now I have the info written on the box. Wrong side. Freshly banded baby. Oh, sorry. Okay. These ones are growing, they're a little smaller. It might be genetic. This one's okay, but its nest mate is a little smaller than I like. I do sell some of them, James. I do have a couple currently available. right, so we just banded these guys here. One is real protective. So these are a new test, they're from a new pair, never paired together. And so they'll be sent to a futurity race again just to test for the first time. And if they do decent there, they get the next year, the pair will send babies to a one loft race. So I have some that are available they're 200. That includes the shipping, because about the box and the shipping comes out to about 100, and then the pigeon itself would be about 100. And if you are interested, my phone number is in the description, and I can send you texts of the birds that I would have for sale. I don't know if you want youngsters, but I have breeding pairs that are, or breeders that are available. But the box and the shipping will land you pretty close to $100. And there was other babies over here. Let's see if those guys are too small. These are off my Gabby. It's a different Gabby line from Bakersfield Flyer. So it would just be, depending on the bird, a hen and a cock. The ones I have, plus the shipping, it'd probably be $300. But these are just, they flew at one lofts. One won a prize, the other one just completed. The hen just completed the cock. Let me see if I could see him in here. The cock, he won the prize at a Gold Country one loft race some years back, and then the hen just completed. I'm sorry, I think it might be his daughter. Offhand, it's hard to tell, but I would, if you're really interested, we could text. These might be too small for bands, but I'll put one on there and see what happens. So we're just gonna throw some bands on these babies. They might be a little young, but while I'm in here, I'm gonna put some on. We just put 2 bands on. They were the perfect size. Ooh, come here. Got some white toenails on this one. The last ones I did had black. Sometimes that's a good sign for breeders. So they're hard to kind of show at the same time. Those are actually probably the perfect size for banding. And I just like to use a feather. Banding them works great. Not a wire, nothing, just soft on them. There we go. 2 more babies banded for 2025. And so this is a Gabby Vanderbilt cock from one of the Bakersfield Flyers. He really likes the Gabby line. And I'm crossing it to a hen from probably the best young bird flyer at the Bakersfield Club. Curious to see what happens. So it's like the 2 best flyers at the Bakersfield Club. I'm crossing 2 birds I got from them. Okay. And ones. So and yesterday we did have babies hatch up here. Oh. And I'm gonna help them make a nest here. This is terrible. Sad. She, I guess, isn't the best. Her eggs are great. Again, earlier I was talking, this is a great sign. The baby's hatched and the egg folded in on, like, cracked open and came in on itself. I guess this is a great sign, the old timers would say. So, one of those babies should be very good. They would, you know, old tails. But great thing to look for. And I'll just leave it there. These eggs should hatch any day. They might be pippin. This is my Joe Stone cock, imported from Belgium through Pipa or whatever it is. I haven't found the right hen for him yet. I'm trying a daughter to my best hen to him this year. Just getting a lot of average. But I don't know if some of you guys follow that Joe Stone. He got second at Pattaya this year, I believe. So I'm just gonna, I wanted to get rid of him, but I'm gonna keep him and just finding a different hen. Just keep breeding him to a different hen. His grandchildren seem to do better. Their handle a little better. Appreciate everyone stopping in, watching the birds. We'll go out and check on the team. They should have been flying. They're not really flying today for some reason. Young birds. Here's that one bird I'm not too sure of. We'll check her out in a little bit. But let's go check the team out, see what they're doing. They're not really flying today for some reason. And they're huffing and puffing. That's not like them. We got ravens over here messing with them. Something's making them uneasy. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a bunch of birds circling here. Those look like maybe some hawks and some birds and some ravens. I'm not sure. They're coming closer, so we'll be able to see soon. Right on. Love to see everyone stop in from all around the world just to watch the birds. They're not acting right today. Again, they usually fly for the 45. They did maybe 5 today. I stepped inside and they came back out and they were already out here. Something's making them uneasy today. Might be just time for road training. They still had a lot of barley, so I might have fed too much yesterday. We'll go in and peek in. Yeah, so I still had a lot of food. I might have fed way too much yesterday. Start fresh. We'll only feed today what is in there. Here's the new breeder I picked up at the show. Related to half brother to Shadow. picked them up. I just love birds with that big wattle on their face like that. Here's the cock that is the youngsters off this guy right here are at that Pacific Northwest Challenge, I think, the PNC. That should be starting up after it probably defrosts or whatever. I think there's probably snow there. They're even on the ground today. I don't know what's going on with them. Let me get their food out, clear it out. All right, guys, keep your eye out. Sometime, hopefully, we'll see if a hawk makes its way through. Well, at least just have them locked out for the time being. They don't need to go in yet. But they know if they get to go in, they get food and everything. So I'm gonna cut them back a little bit on the food today. The weather was terrible yesterday, so we didn't fly. I might have fed too much. So a little less food today. But still, they gotta be outside. I'd like for them all to just be on this roof and not my garage. Come on, guys. Come on. Here they come. You want to listen a little bit. Thank you again, everyone, stopping in. The birds love when you stop in and watch them. They're just here for the camera maybe today. Here you go. So they've been out of the loft for 32 minutes. Not doing a thing today. So it's probably the combination of too much food and no loft flying yesterday. But we could go check the main breeders out, or we could just sit here and watch the birds if you like. Let me know in the comments. We still have to check the main breeders. If Chuck, no. Come on, buddy. I got him. Let me find the one for sale. I'll show you the cock. Well, maybe we'll get some fly time out of them now. Let me put the bird in the show cage and I'll... All right, so I went and put the bird I have for sale in the show cage. Let me just watch these birds real quick, and then we'll go check them out. The bird is 200. That's including the shipping. He won a prize at the 200 mile. He's so cheap just because I lost the pedigree on him. I don't know what he is. So he got equal first on that 200 mile. And it might still be in the archives if the Gold Country One Loft race is still in it. But let's go check them out. And I have other cocks for sale, but I was talking with the gentleman and he said he was going to buy them. So I want to double check to make sure what's up with him. Hopefully he's still interested and didn't. But all right, here's our guy. And he just don't fit into the breeding program. He is a longer casted bird. Let me get him out and handle him for you. Lots of fight, stubborn. If I had to guess, he's out of the Gabby cock I have from one of the flyers in Bakersfield. Handles just like him. So, lots of fight. I don't like to pull on their face though. Big old eye. I mean, he's got a lot of snap to him, like, he's got a lot. He's got a nice step, very nice step from the 7th to 8th, probably ½ inch, maybe more. Very strong back. I'll just move his wings. I don't pull their legs. I don't really like that. I'll move his wings for you. Look at that. Just imagine they're in the wind. They're moving. The back's not moving. We could see. Let me put his eye in the sunlight. Oop, 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 oop. Again, lots of fight in this bird. Easy, bud. Pearl eye. Again, equal first at the 200. And that would have been in 2022. 2022. Let me put this guy back. I have a lot more cocks for sale than hens it'd be. Cocks always seem to be easier to accumulate. Birds are lazy today already coming in. Definitely can't feed too much on a day they don't fly. That's what I did yesterday. New fancier, huh, James? That's great to hear. Hillbillies are making noise down the road. That's great. The hen that I have available is up there flying right now as well. I have probably a couple others. But if serious, James, just text me. Number is in the description. That way we know we're serious. Also, James, my buddy, I made some videos back on my channel. If you go back maybe a month, My buddy brought some birds and he is trying to sell. And also some of those birds are 200. One is like $1,500. You'll see that in the thumbnail. But there's 3 birds on there that are $200 each. And there's one I've been thinking about bugging them for. There is a blue bar on there that is really nice. So if I don't have something you like, my buddy does. Let's go check the other breeders out. We haven't gone to the main breeder area. So I just moved the nest, take you down to the bottom in here. So here's Shadow and his hen. So actually Shadow will be going to a new hen and she'll be going to someone else. They're just finishing these youngsters. So I've gotten a total of 4 youngsters off this pair this year already. And I just want to switch. I figure if you can get 1 out of the 4 is decent, that's a very good breeding pair. And they're just a couple weeks apart in age. So once they're done rearing these, I'll take Shadow out of here, clean the nest, clean this whole area out, and give her a new mate. She'll get probably a week break. Here's Shadow's son down here again. And they're just a couple weeks behind their siblings that I showed you earlier. So this is my best breeding hen with just a new cock I bred last year from Shadow. Won a small prize. This research and development area is getting tough. Not moving as fast as I'd like it. My buddy did say that might happen. I need to try to find a different cock, I think. My stud cock just likes one hen. And he spent just the weeks chasing the other ones around off the floor. So I don't know if they like this setup. Again, this is my buddy's setup, totally testing it. I have his sons over here that have bred prizes, pairing up. Here's my, this cock here won the Section 5 at the state show, the unflow kicker. I bred him for stock. Or I bred him and then I saw him and said I should keep him for stock. So that's kind of how it went. He's paired down here with this hen. And so I'm just waiting for her to lay her second egg and I'm gonna move them. But this guy, I'll be pairing soon to the hen out here I showed you. But it's good to have your main stuff going on, and then when you want to have other things, trying out other things, have that as well, if you have the space. But I got 14 youngsters banded as of now, so I'll find races for all those to go to, and then the next round we'll switch all the partners. They're finally up there today, doing something. They've been out of the loft for 46 minutes. Couldn't give you a good time on how long they've flown today. They've taken 2 breaks. They're up there. Oop, real low right there. They're all over the place. So it's been 45 minutes. They know once they've been out for 45, I usually will take this top off. So I do want to do that for them. Oh. Yeah, they don't want nothing to do with being outside today. Grab their food. Again, I'm just going to be feeding a barley mix. They didn't fly really well today, so I'm cutting them back. I think they didn't fly well today, again, just because overfed yesterday and no exercise. So we're just going to cut them back, give them a nice barley mix, 1 can today. I don't want to see any in the trays tomorrow. We'll see if we can't get them coming in landing. They probably are. They look like they're thinking about coming in. That's why I was just kind of leaving it facing the loft to see if they'll. If I win a club race or a one loft race. One loft races you could win small prizes or big prizes. In the club racing, you get a diploma, just a piece of paper. gonna leave you guys here in case they land. I'm gonna go put their food in. Here they are. Wind's starting to pick up too, so we'll see how that messes with them. Very poor flying today for them. Love to hear that, man. Welcome. Do you guys raise pigeons out there in Jamaica? And some 876. I imagine it'd be almost just sprint races. I don't know how big the island is. How do you know if they're male or female, huh? There's vent bones you could feel. Once they're older too, they just have certain characteristics. Let's see. The males with the big waddle. So here's our males here. Big waddle. They'll do that. There's another one. Here's our hens. They're a little smaller. Now cocks can be on the smaller size and be henny as well. I have a couple that I had a hard time figuring out what they were. The more you're around them, you just know. Males are a little more dominant. Here's two males. Hen's just sitting on the nest. Hen doesn't have the big waddle like that. Those are just physical characteristics. There's ways too. They say there's like the toe way. If the two toes are the same, it's a hen, I believe. If they're different, it's a cog. So you could tell that out of the nest. There's certain birds, if you breed red and black, their sex-linked colors. What else? It's probably 6 months before you can be definite, maybe even less. Some guys are good at it. I mean, the old timers that I talk to at the club, they can look at it in the crate and tell. Just the more you're with them, you learn. It's the most important with these pigeons. If you're gonna be in this sport, just spend time with them. Not when it just comes to racing every day. Kind of look like they might be working their way in. Birds have been out 58 minutes. Haven't flown. Maybe they've flown 15, 20. Very, very lazy today, and that's my bad. I fed them too much when they didn't fly yesterday. Yeah, the wind's starting to pick up. They're playing in it. Yeah, so tells me that the wind's here. The races all vary on pricing. The futurity races are cheaper. One Loft racing can get pricey depending on the races. I'll just fly them in the race season. Once they start racing, they get a couple days break when they get them. So they'll get so if they race Saturday, I'll let them break Sunday and Monday, and then let them out Tuesday if they want to One Loft. To Loft fly, and I don't push them. So if they come out and they just want to hang, they could do that, or if they want to fly. But I don't like to push them too much. But they'll Loft fly until they'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning. I'll do maybe a road toss, 25 miles. It's really hard to road train here, though. It's all mountain. I can maybe go 12 miles before it turns into mountain roads. So just lots of Loft flying. Maybe one road training toss a week once they start. They look like they were coming in. I'm sorry. That's why I set you here. I fly with, oh, what's that? Oh, I probably young bird season, but at the One Loft Racing, Dan. I'm not the best trainer, I don't think, because where I live. It's just me up here. I'm only competing with myself, so the birds fly to the perch unmotivated. The perch is the motivation, just coming home. I have a mountain between me and the Bakersfield guys. I'm maybe 30 miles to the east. Air miles. So I prefer just the young bird season that the One Loft Racing is cool. I like breeding the birds more than anything. That's what you'll see most of my videos on my channel are breeding, centered around breeding. I like to just go to the club and talk to the older guys there and absorb some info. So I feel like I gotta come with birds, you know? Really. These birds are not being good today. Come on, guys. They landed on the roof, my garage roof. There's a storm coming in, I think, the next couple days. I don't know if weather like that messes them. So it's a little more than an hour drive to the club. I'm up in Lake Isabella area, and then I gotta drive to Bakersfield down the canyon in the dark at night. So I don't even do all the races, the club races. Come on, guys. It's probably 50 miles to the club. 30 of it is mountain roads, like terrain down the canyon. Come on, guys. Dan, do you race, or are you in the club racing, One Loft Racing? Yeah, I could sell some babies. I could send them right to the race too if you'd like that. If there's things like that you'd like to do. If you want a young bird team bred, there's I bet me or one of the Bakersfield guys would probably like that. James, do you know what you're trying to race? One Loft birds or club racing? That's great to hear, Dan. Where are you located, Dan? Are you going to get back into the sport? Come on. Looks like maybe these last two birds are coming in and we'll go and see them eating. Come on, bud. Come. He is always the last one in. He's got a blue band. He's a grandson of my best. It's like he checks. There's one more actually out on the ground right here. Let's go in and see him. As you see, youngsters are already coming outside. I don't know, maybe you can't see that, that's terrible. But they're coming out into the aviaries already, figuring out how to beat pigeons. That's important if you're gonna send them off. Let's see what they're interested in doing in here today. But just a bunch of lazy pigeons today, I think. Yeah, James, those are some things you got to figure out what you want to do, and then figure out what kind of bird you want. So if you're in Georgia, I think you said, James, I would check to see if there's a local club by you and go talk to those best flyers and breeders if you have a local club by you, and ask. I mean, maybe that's something you'd like to do. Maybe you want to do both. I try to do both. Most of the time I just do one loft racing. But if you can get some of the best birds maybe from the local guys as well for club racing, those birds are already bred for the area. One loft birds, ask maybe some of them if they compete in one loft racing too, and if what they're breeding. Yeah, just Google your area, you know, pigeon club, and then near you or whatever, you know. However it works, you know. Google it, though. I'm gonna leave you guys here. I'm gonna go just top off my breeders' foods. You guys can watch the birds just mess around in here. They're kind of lazy today, so you can just watch them eat and fly to the perch real quick. Yeah, start local. James, if you're still in, sorry, I just got back. Yeah, if you're still in, James, check your local area. You know, do a 50 to 100-mile search if you have to. See what people are working with there and where they're going. If not, I'm happy to help you with some birds. So again, just like to have my breeders, they have their own feed up in their area. Make sure the babies get nice and fed. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, a lot of time into the loft over the years. It just kept adding. So I started this one and just added sections. I think the big aviary out front that all birds can come to is important, with tons of outside perch areas. I don't do any perches connected to the outside. I don't want hawks to even try to pull birds through. I've seen that. I'm not even gonna. So I put all the perches away from the edges. This is about as close right here as a hawk can get if they wanted to try. Lots of aviary space for the birds though, especially your birds that are just breeders. They don't get to fly. So a nice little area like that I think is important. Plenty of fresh air, sunlight. Thank you. Yeah, lots of, again, it's just all time, and I appreciate the birds, so maybe it shows. But here's my big guy this year. High hopes for him. I try to stay neutral because they could get lost on the first time going out, but I really like this bird. He knows I'm talking about him. So tomorrow I'm gonna go in and I gotta clean this box. They spilled their water everywhere. They keep coming up. I've taken them out of their little box, but so they kept going up for food and water. So no more. They gotta learn to be on the ground. They can keep jumping up there, but no more food and water right there for them. Yeah, very simple loft setups, I think, are key. Fresh air. Again, we abandoned 4 babies this morning. All be sent to test at futurity races. So I don't like to say those kinds of things. Too much, we'll say that, for a working guy. I could show you who it is, I won't tell you how much. It's this guy here. He was imported. Again, so the babies hatched yesterday. I just got a little bowl of food for mom right here. That way she always has some. Again, another sign. I don't know if there's new viewers here. James, if you're still watching, I don't know if you saw this. You want these eggs when they hatch. This is a good sign, is when they fold in on themselves. So when it hatched and turned in on itself. I think that's, old timers say that's a great sign. So any of the newbies watching, that's something to look for. Pay attention to. One of those birds. So one of the birds in here will be nice. Is what the old timers would say. Again, fresh bands on these babies. These are Gabby babies. The eggs on these are floated, so they came from a different pair. The side of those eggs are actually the state Section 5 show winner. I held him for breeding, and so I kind of want to see what happens. You don't want too many bred for stock birds in your pedigree, but he's a blend of some of the best I have. Babies were banded this morning at the beginning of the live. This one's a little smaller, but it's hanging in there. This is a foster mom as well, not their biological parent. So maybe because she's a smaller hen, they're just not, one's not getting enough. But we'll see. This is just all part of it. You watch and you learn. Again, she's on wooden egg, or he is on wooden eggs. I'm waiting for one more egg from a pair I have to throw under here. And he's always been very aggressive. He's on eggs. I'm excited for him. Right. Yeah, so sometime this week will be a nice clean out on the boxes. Babies make it real dirty, real fast. But again, I'm not too quick to cleaning. I'd like them to have a good immunity. Let's grab my favorite youngster and we'll close it out with this one. Again, here's the favorite. How many pigeons? Oh man. Maybe 60, 70. I'm always trying to get rid of some though. Again, here's I love this youngster's eye. Dilates real nice in the light. Strong back. And again, I'm not into pulling their legs apart. I'll just move their wings. You can kind of see how they are. Favorite youngster so far. High hopes. I hope it lasts the whole season. Again. Let's grab its nest mate. And again, they're going out in the area. I like that a lot. As long as you don't let them out and fly, they can go outside and look around. That won't mess their homing ability up. So here's that nestmate again. They handle just really nice. So again, this is one of the ones that go to a one loft. Sibling did good last year at a fatuity, so it gets to go to a one loft. Here's the one. It's just a little small for my liking. I like the parents, but I don't like this one very much. It's got a little head. If I was to fly young birds at my club, this is one I would probably just keep here. Just not a lot of muscle on it. It does have a nice step though, from here to here. It's got a loose butt. I don't like that. Its tail's everywhere, as you can see. And sometimes, I mean, those birds could win, but I don't like to send birds out like that. This is probably my least favorite bird I've had so far. Those first two that I showed were my favorites. Here's this one's nest mate. Handles way better. So that last one I just showed you, this is its nest mate, and it handles a lot better. So more than likely, I say I want to send them all, but that white one, the one with the white on it, I don't think I'm going to send out. This one I will, though. Nice step. Keep it like that step, and then the step from the flights from here to here. It's got long breeder feathers. Just not a lot of muscle on them, but a lot better than the last. I feel like they pick on him too. His little head looks like it. Okay, thank you everyone. I'm gonna have to skedaddle. If you enjoyed the live, make sure to go over to the channel and hit the subscribe and the bell button so you can be notified. I try to do these lives as often as possible. That way we can all see the progress of the birds daily or every other day. Appreciate everyone stopping in, but I'll talk to you next time. Have a good day, everyone.